Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since we've worked on Abel, and long story short, I was reaching out to a company called Adaptive Humanity to get some CTIS lines and brake lines built and never got a response for them. So locally, we came up with an idea, and so let me kind of share the backstory to this. So what you're looking at right now is a prototype slash upgrade kit for the brake lines and CTIS lines and vent lines that go between the frame on your truck and the brake modulator on the back of the truck to the out to the hubs basically, and the brake chambers. So this is a prototype kit for the A0. My job is to go through and to make sure we have all the correct parts and pieces and that everything lines up as it should. The price for these kits will be anywhere between $1,400 and $2,600, depending on the type of vehicle you have. So if you have a 6x6, obviously it's going to be more. If you have a 4x4, the LMTV, it's going to be less. And then if you are running your truck commercially, I'm not, but I just did the upgrade anyway, you're going to want certified DOT lines. The only lines that don't need to be DOT certified are your vent and your CTIS, obviously. There may be some contention if you have to have an inspection, but a simple explanation to the inspector for the tire inflation system and the vent lines could be easily remedied. If you are looking for a kit to get rid of your crusty old brake lines and CTIS lines and to simplify the system, this is going to be your best bet. I don't know anybody else that's making these unless you go through Acela, and I doubt they're going to sell you anything that they've built on their own dime. So this is who you're going to want to reach out to. You can send them a message on Facebook or call them. You're going to want to ask for Rick, and he's going to be the guy that has all the knowledge to build one of these kits for you. And alternatively, he's very helpful on Facebook Messenger if you have questions and concerns. Just a great experience overall. So it is still dark out, but the sun is starting to come up and it's really foggy. So what I'm going to do is get all of my tools set up so that I can do this. I won't be doing time lapse, but I will do short updates for each section of the vehicle and what I come across. Fingers crossed, we've got all the right fittings, parts, and pieces. And then we will have a complete kit for the A0 trucks, which are going to be the ones that need it the most right now, because eventually that stuff is going to fail, and it's probably going to fail at the worst time possible. So it's something you guys want to look at and replace, especially for guys who got their trucks from surplus, where the trucks have been sitting for years on end, not being driven, getting sun-baked and weatherized. My truck was never one of those because it never went to surplus, so mine is a little bit different. However, I definitely wanted to do this just as a peace of mind installation. So without further ado, I'm going to get everything set up and started, and I will kind of guide you guys through when I take little breaks after I complete or finish up or notice something that's odd. I will share that with you guys in this video. It's going to be a little bit longer video than what you're used to, but hopefully it will be informational and help some of you guys. I will also leave a link in the description to their Facebook page so you can send a message to them and get the process started for ordering one of these kits. Okay, here we are on the first one. The only thing I removed is the little support assembly here. And we're gonna attempt to start cracking these loose after they've been set in time from 1998. So wish me luck. Okay guys, one of the difficult fittings to get out is this one right here. It is a 24 millimeter socket is what I use to get it out, and that's a 1/4 inch NPT. So just keep that in mind when you get to this point, because what ends up happening is you can't get a wrench in there because that hex head is right up against this. So you have to put a socket on it at like an angle to get it to come loose, and I use like an impact to get that to come out. But everything else is going smooth. So I'm gonna wrap this side up here and show you guys the results. Okay guys, I reinstalled that original fitting that was in there and then used a -10 to -8 reducer, which made it work out a little bit better. And then I ran all the lines through the original supports and then added some mighty ties to it. You want to try to make sure that your lines are routed the exact same way that they were when you took them off. So it's good to take a picture. That way when you turn corners and whatnot, your lines aren't rubbing against the tires. But yeah, that's the first side done. I'm going to do the other side, which is going to be a mirror of this, so I probably won't show anything on that unless I run into something strange. And then we'll get started on the rears. Just a little tip for you guys: if you have any of these fittings that snap off, like this 1/4 inch NPT fitting, hammer a Torx bit into it and then back it out. I had that fitting break and that fitting break both from the same line. So just a little tip for you guys: hammer that sucker all the way in there and then back it out. It'll come right out. Okay guys, I was able to go through and reuse a fitting for now, but that's one of the fittings that we were missing on this prototype kit. So we're gonna have 2 of those dropped in the mail and sent to me, and then I can replace that fitting, and it's easy to get to. I won't have to take the wheel off to get to that. But this side is a little bit different because it's a mirror image of the other side, so the routing is a little bit different and the spacing is a little bit different. Make sure you have some tie wraps on hand so you can tie wrap your lines so that they don't rub against the tires when you turn. But yeah, we got this side done. Now I'm going to get the wheel and tire back on and button it up.